فلذلك فادع واستقم كما أمرت ولا تتبع أهواءهم وقل آمنت بما أنزل الله من كتاب.
الحمد لله وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Hello, my name is Daud Burke, and I'm a Muslim revert, and I've been studying in Egypt for about 4 years now. And after I became Muslim, I came to Egypt right away to start learning about the deen. So I've been here for a while, and I've learned Arabic, and I've also memorized lots of the Quran, as well as I study fiqh and hadith and Arabic and many of the different sciences in the religion. And originally I didn't want to necessarily get into making videos or anything, except that I was somewhat knowledgeable, or had somewhat of a benefit to give to the Ummah. And since I've seen just the amount of content that gets put out onto the internet, and yet there's not enough voices for what is right and what is the right way to view Islam and the right way to understand the religion. So I definitely saw that there's a need, and also I wanted to give something that other channels maybe may not give. I'm an American. I'm from Chicagoland area, and I grew up there, and I became Muslim at the Pike Place Market at the hands of Uplift Dawah. And this was a beautiful thing, and this was in 2018. And so after that I started studying. From there, from the point that I became Muslim, I started studying until I came here in 2019 to Egypt. And now I'm here in Egypt, and I'm also a student at the Al-Azhar University. And I'm studying in the Kulliyat Sharia, which is studying fiqh. There's a couple different goals I have in this channel. One of them is that I have different things that I call out and against the different views of whether it's liberalism, whether it's Christianity, whether it's Buddhism, whether it's New Age philosophy, and these things, because I've had a lot of interaction with them in the past. So I'd like to respond to a lot of these shubahats. And also the other thing that I want to talk about in this channel is also general reminders for the Ummah. So whether it's about things that people should know when there's Salah that I see a lot of people make mistakes in, or whether it's something that is a general reminder about Aqeedah, something that is a key point about knowing Allah and understanding Allah and His Messenger, as well as a warning against some of the people that go against the Quran, the Sunnah, and the way of the righteous predecessors and the Salaf. And so this is something I want to make sure that people are aware of these things when they come, and they know how to look at this in the view of what does the Quran have to say about this, what does the Sunnah have to say about this, and how are these two understood by the righteous predecessors. And so this is important. This is important for the Ummah, and this is another part of what this channel will deal with, inshallah. And also, when it comes to another level, which is for the students of knowledge, that whether they're just beginning their seeking of knowledge, like their journey in this, whether they're at the beginning of their journey, or whether they're somewhat down the way, but they need a little bit of encouragement, or they need a help, or they want to learn about some of the things that help people out. I would like to make videos for them, because oftentimes I talk to people on WhatsApp or whatnot, and I get asked the same question over and over again, and I give a similar response every time. And so to make things easier, I would like to just give a certain response. So what does someone have this? I'll make a video for it, and then when someone asks me the question, I can send them to the video, and inshallah that will make it easier for them and also save me time and help us all, inshallah. And also of this as well, is I want to also have a part of the video, or a part of this video series, which is actually lessons. So whether it's in fiqh, whether it's in Arabic, whether it's in Aqeedah, I want to have different lessons that I actually make, and make videos for this, and have these lessons put out in so people can study, whether they're wanting to study Matan Shuja, or whether they're wanting to study Safinat al-Najat. And also, as far as my fiqh teaching, I study fiqh Shafi. So this was going to be where for the most part, I stay within the lines of teaching Shafi. And if I'm teaching a book of Shafi, I'm going to stick with Shafi opinion for the most part, because a student, of course, a student that's learning, it's best for them to stick with their madhab until they understand where the madhab is coming from, then they can understand where the other madhabs are coming from, and that is at a higher level, inshallah. And of course, if I'm teaching something and there's a clear, something that goes clearly against the Quran and the Sunnah and the Shafi'i madhab, this is something I'll explain. And if it's something that is a hardship that someone maybe looks to another madhab that has a strong opinion, maybe I'll give that as well. And this is in general. So of the things that this channel, just in review, this channel will include many da'wah to non-believers, to the kuffar, in regards to their shubahat that they bring up, as well as it will be reminders for the ummah in general. And so these are short videos that are general reminders, as well as warning against the people that clearly go against the Quran and the Sunnah, and showing these things, and taking into consideration that not everybody that says something in a mistake is necessarily a mubtada', or they're not necessarily you don't make takfir on someone because they make a mistake. But rather, when there's somebody that comes off over and over and over again with many, many mistakes, and there's an issue of this is something that needs to be made clear, showing the person. And if it's something that is an issue that comes up, but rather it's not necessarily a person that needs to be explained, then discussing this issue, inshallah. And then the next thing, which is I would also like to add to this, is also my conversion story. My conversion story, there's a lot of details in it and whatnot. So in general, I'll probably give a quick overview of how I became Muslim, because this is something that I'm asked a lot. And also then I might go back in general and a more detailed look at this, and give some of the benefits from my time in seeking and coming to the place where I actually became a Muslim. And Allah knows best. And these are the basic things that I want to accomplish on this channel, and may Allah accept it from me and use it to benefit the ummah. And wallahu musta'an.
فلذلك فادع واستقم كما أمرت ولا تتبع أهواءهم وقل آمنت بما أنزل الله من كتاب وأمرت لأعدل بينكم الله ربنا وربكم لنا أعمالنا ولكم أعمالكم لا حجة بيننا وبينكم الله يجمع بيننا وإليه المصير.